Hey everyone, peace be upon you all. So you're about to watch a video that I filmed about 2 weeks ago or so, but this is basically my acne story video, and I do want to warn you guys, this is a video that is completely like raw, natural. I have absolutely no makeup on at all. I think the only thing I have on is lip balm. But my hair is, you know, like natural, and I just got in the shower. This is me putting myself out there, and I hope you guys can respect that. Acne is a big struggle of mine. It's messed with me emotionally, and it cuts very deep for me. I have a lot of acne scarring left over from that, like a bunch, and it's very pigmented. It's also hyperpigmented. Making that video was very hard, and I can't even imagine how editing will be for it. I just want to be finally comfortable with myself. I want to be comfortable with my skin. I'm just trying to break out of that insecurity because I do feel like it has definitely limited me. I'm so over acne, like completely, and I'm over the scarring especially as well. I just can't wait to have beautiful like skin, and I can't wait to not have to wear makeup anymore. I have such a love-hate relationship with makeup because of my acne. Yeah, it does cover it up though. Obviously you can't see like any acne scarring on my face right now, but I do have a bunch of acne scarring. I really hope that these videos help somebody out there and that you could somehow relate to me. It shouldn't be something that we all are ashamed of, because it happens to almost everybody. People get it way worse than others, and I'm a part of that group that gets it way worse. I hope that soon we can all be confident with our skin and in our body, and we don't have to hide it anymore, because I'm tired of wearing makeup when I need to go out somewhere. I would love to just leave my house and not have to put on makeup. That would be like a very, very rewarding thing. That would be absolutely amazing. So hopefully one day, inshallah, I'll get there. Also, I want to say, if you know anybody that has this type of acne scarring, or just cystic acne in general, or just really bad acne, then please just be sensitive to that, because it is a very emotional thing. Like, the first thing people see is your face. I've had times where like people that don't really know too much about skin have asked me really rude questions, not like strangers, but like friends. That is really annoying, to say the least. Honestly, that is extremely rude. And if you have perfect skin, like, amazing, good for you. That's actually really great. This is not something that we could really help. Just be very sensitive to that, and watch what you say, and yeah. I hope you guys enjoy my acne story, and keep on watching. So as you all can see, this is my face without any makeup on whatsoever. I don't even have any like skincare products on my face yet, because I'll be doing a video right after this one about that stuff. I have never ever done this before in my life. I've never really publicly like shown people my skin, which I'm so self-conscious about. I feel like I really need to do this because I just like, I want to free myself basically from this thing that's like restraining me so much. I don't really ever go outside of my house without makeup on, and as you can imagine, that's kind of a drag. I want to be able to like wake up and just like wash my face, get dressed, and just go somewhere without having to be so self-conscious about my skin. And I've been really self-conscious about my skin for years now, even when it wasn't even this bad. Let's just get on with my acne story. So in about 5th or 6th grade was when I first started noticing that I was getting acne, but I didn't really call it acne. I just, you know, had a pimple here or there sometimes. Mainly had normal to oily skin, so combination skin. Sometimes I would be self-conscious about that. I think I kind of noticed that as I was getting older. So although I got pimples here and there, I didn't really like take action to treat them. I just didn't think much of it when I was younger. So I want to tell you guys a little bit of a background story that will play a big part in the story down the line. I started watching YouTube videos in about 5th or 6th grade. I've loved YouTube for a really long time now, for many types of videos. I think I started off, as many people, in the comedy section of YouTube back in the day, and then I kind of started watching more beauty videos because I feel like that's when beauty videos started to really come out. So I was so interested in makeup because of that. Also, my older sister wore makeup, so I was interested in that as well. Of course, when you're younger, you want to be like your older siblings, and I definitely wanted to get my hands on makeup. Around like 6th grade and middle school years, I started experimenting with makeup a lot. I wore it a lot more. I wore eyeshadow, mascara of course, and blush, and I wore like a powder base, like a pressed powder. I didn't really wear foundation yet, and I think I messed around with concealer here and there, but not really that much. I wasn't really interested in the face makeup part. I was more interested in the eyes and just being able to be creative with your eyeshadow. So when I started getting acne, you know, more frequent pimples in middle school and stuff, I really was so self-conscious about it. Although it wasn't even that noticeable, like it was completely normal for kids my age to be getting acne here and there, but I thought that it was the end of the world and then I had to cover it up, so I did. So freshman year came around of high school, and I was so excited to be in high school. I was so excited to finally, you know, be a big girl or whatever, and I kind of fell into like the scene basically. I was excited, and when I got into high school was when I kind of started wearing more and more makeup. And don't get me wrong, I'm not against wearing makeup. I love makeup. It's a big part of my life. The thing is that I wish that I could have not worn so much of it, or not worn certain products on my face. Obviously, like as I started getting older and as my hormones started to change and stuff like that, or continued to change, I got more and more pimples here and there. I was so self-conscious about it. I rarely ever had a time where I didn't have a pimple on my face. I was so self-conscious because I thought that people were noticing those pimples on my face more than they were even like looking at me, and it really sucked. So when I started to feel like it was getting bad, my mom took me to the doctor and he prescribed me a medicine. I forgot what it was called, but I'm pretty sure it has like something to do with like benzoyl peroxide. So I got that because my sister used it before me and it worked on her, so I wanted to get it as well. And this was when I was like 13 years old maybe. So that worked on me, and I stopped using it after a while. So fast forward to high school, my sophomore year of high school, actually my freshman transitioning to my sophomore year of high school, I noticed that my skin was getting worse and worse. My camera stopped recording and then I didn't realize it, but after that I went and got prescribed the same medicine again and it worked, and then I stopped using it, and then after a while my skin started to get bad again, and then it just continuously got worse and worse. And then my junior year came around and I moved that summer, so I was like really stressed all the time. So in November of about 2012, I believe, I got my first job, and then in February of 2013 I got my second job, and I was just even more stressed out. Stress was the main thing that played like a really big role in my skin becoming worse and worse. My skin completely like inflamed, and I was breaking out absolutely everywhere, and it was definitely noticeable. I could not hide it even with makeup. I would like to add that during the time that my skin got like the worst it's ever been, I was not eating well. I was not exercising regularly. I would constantly eat fast food, especially because I was working all the time. I wasn't taking care of myself or my health the way that I should have. So that, I know for a fact, that has a big deal to do with it. So in like July of 2013, I quit my jobs and I just started to just chill out and relax. I wanted to go through a religious journey as well as a health improvement journey. I knew that if I wasn't working, I didn't have to wear makeup, and it was summertime, so I could just stay home. So I stopped wearing makeup for a while, unless I had to wear makeup when I went out. That really did make my skin get a lot better, and maybe April, or maybe even before that, maybe after, I don't know, but sometime around that time last year, I ordered the Acne.org regimen because I watched videos about it and I just fell in love with what I saw, the results and all of that stuff that I saw on the videos. So instead of just using the recommended dosage for the first like couple weeks, I completely just used much more than I should have. I didn't really realize that it was going to make my skin so dry, and it definitely did. It did work for me, honestly, but it didn't work as well as it probably should have, just because of my mistake, and it is quite an expensive product, so it's not really something to just completely like, you know, misuse. After a while of using it, after a while of noticing that I got some good results, I stopped using it. I was so self-conscious about not only like my scarring that I started to get using it, because I wanted my skin to just retain moisture. I did use moisturizer, but that didn't really help that much. The summer of 2012 to the summer of 2013, like later on in the year is when it progressively started getting worse with my acne scars, when my acne just started leaving marks, because I never really had that problem before. It completely sucked, and this is what you see right now. I did notice that my skin started to get a lot of acne scarring, and I even got like indented acne scarring. It's not that bad, alhamdulillah, but it is what it is, and it still sucks. So senior year of high school started, and like a week or two into high school, I decided that I wanted to graduate a semester early. So I had double the workload. I had to go to school, come home, and do next semester's work basically. It definitely caused me to stress out a lot. Towards the end of that, I was working on some pre-calculus work, and I just was so stressed out because math, or that kind of math, really is not my thing. And I remember just being so stressed. In a couple days time, I completely broke out everywhere. Like every single breakout that I could have had, I had on my face. But it was very painful for me. So that is kind of when I knew that stress was probably the biggest contributor to my acne. Since graduating high school, I have had a lot of time for myself, thankfully, and I don't wear makeup every day, obviously, because I don't always leave my house. But even now, I don't go outside of my house without makeup on, just because I'm so self-conscious still. I'm really hoping that one day, inshallah, all of my scars will like go away. I don't know, maybe I'll find a product or something that will help me. But if you guys have any types of recommendations for me, please leave them down below. So really, when it comes to what caused my acne, I have no idea, and a lot of people wouldn't be able to tell me what caused my acne. I feel like there's many things that definitely caused my acne. Right now, I am on the road to clear skin. This is the best that my skin has ever been since about a year ago. As you can see, I have tons of acne scarring. I have a little bit of ice pick scarring, and I have some indented scarring as well. I hope that one day, inshallah, I can touch my skin and it'll be soft and clear and not bumpy at all. Hyperpigmented, so this is why it's so bright and red.